Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV on the PC. We are continuing our journey through Shadowbringers, the third expansion. We've killed a number of Light Wardens so far in this world, bringing darkness back to the land, which is a good thing. But Yulmore remains very bright, which is nice, but apparently not good. And so we gotta march into Yulmore and kick some ass. So a couple things first. I did do a couple roulettes on the Astrologian, just like the trial and the normal raid one, which don't give a massive amount of XP. But I don't think I need to do the other ones on this job, so I kind of want to save them for other jobs, like the leveling roulette, because I don't think I need an extra like 10 million XP on this job. We should be fine. So we're good there. Also, I didn't realize it for a little while, but after the last patch, the material UI didn't work. I didn't even realize it at first. But I've got that back on, so that looks good. And then there was a post on the subreddit yesterday that piqued my interest, and I was like, I want that. That looks cool. And it's basically this like nested macro UI system that you can set up using macros. And so that's what I've got going on over here. Basically, you just click this button. I mean, you can look this up if you want to see how it all works. I'm not going to explain how it all works. But you've got this. You can click this button to turn off the duty list with just a click of a button, which is pretty nice. Then you have buttons that show all your different gear sets. So for your tanks, your DPS classes, your healers, you know, you can just switch just like that, however you want. It's very handy. It's nicely organized. It looks good. You've got all your crafting classes if I want to be a blacksmith now, or and you've got your gatherers. And then I set it up with mounts. So 12 of my favorite mounts. So if I really just want to specifically just bring out the Flying Nimbus, you can do that. Or if I want specifically the Unicorn, just do that. And that's that. It's a nice little thing. I mean, when you're not using it, it's just this one button over here, but it condenses a lot of shit into just one thing. I could probably put like my return and teleport over there as well, and sprint. But yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty good. They should have probably just included that feature by default. And you could do more with it than that. Like, you could condense all this shit in there. You could do all sorts of different things. But anyways, let us continue. A Feast of Lies.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthri's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. 'Tis far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. There's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
Maybe you should get a haircut.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Yulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorfrey starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armorang.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorfrey after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Yulmore doles his stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is. It's Sinita. Meal is made out of Sinita.
Wow. The fuck does Sin Eater taste like?
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorfrey wieldeth power over Sin-Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? 'Twould serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up sin-eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin-Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave. Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthr's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
You know, I was I was gonna commend him for being like, okay, that answered my question, because there's just fuck tons of sin eaters. You know, they don't have to worry about running out of this food if they're just butchering up sin eaters and handing it out as meal. That answered my question. But then they're like, oh no, it's the poor people that are turned into sin eaters and then fed to the people. Then it's like, okay, that goes back to the original problem of you don't have enough poor people. I mean, you have enough poor people, but you don't bring enough poor people into the city regularly. I don't know. And I just... Now, maybe they are supplementing that with other sin eaters, or maybe they can convert these people into, like, massive sin eaters that provide a lot more food, or they regenerate or something, and they're just hacking away at them for decades, you know, something like that. I guess it leaves it a bit more unanswered. But, yeah, okay. When we step through the gates, we shall find not the place of hedonistic pleasure we remember, but a battlefield. If you are prepared for this, then let us sally forth. I suppose I am.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain. Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Long live Lord Vorthri.
He would use it.
Fuck, I'm
This
sorry.
area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vorthri's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
All right.
Try and stop me!
Keep it up!
Do no more than is necessary to subdue them. Thancred just hops in, just slashing away with his gunblade. Okay, sure. Sure thing, man. I mean, Lord Vorthri is definitely the Light Ward. He's just gotta be. He's gotta be.
May the 12 guide you.
Bring it on, bitches. Are these soldiers just punching me? Yeah, they're like, they're unarmed. Why would he have his soldiers unarmed? It seems like not as effective as it could be.
I fear my strength.
Well, I mean, it's pretty cool. This is how I wanted to enter this city in the first place.
Pay me back later.
Oh, the jesters. The hot, slutty jesters. When are they adding the jester job? Isn't that in like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance and Advance 2? Shit, burning through my mana. Heal Alpha, no.
Toodaloo! A gift for you.
Oh, Juggler. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Pretty sure it was Juggler.
Right. No more Mrs. Nice Jester.
Yep, really mashing those buttons, boy. Crown lift, yeah, yeah. Okay, no problem. Mangg alone will handle this.
You will find my master in his chamber. But only should you kill me this day. And you will not.
You're one of his puppets, too.
You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
This will take forever. Wait, look at that. Even like fully buffed for damage there. I'm doing 1%. I guess maybe that's good. I mean, I assume there'll be something special that happens that either I don't have to bring him to 0 or do a fuck ton of damage. I wonder what happens if I take it. Okay. Okay, lesson learned. Fuck. Okay, goddamn. I was just curious. Okay. Okay. God damn it. Fuck, there's no safe spots. Oh, I have to kill one. I'm fucked. It's alright. Okay, so far nothing really special is happening to make this go faster. Yep. Still just going on and on. I think we literally are just gonna kill this guy. Very slowly. Ridiculous, man. Yes, I mean, it's supposed to feel like this epic battle. That sucks. God. That's a very slow cast bar, man. I don't know why you would think you could get away with this. Ridiculous. But now I have to kill him before he finishes this cast. I don't know about that, man. Don't you know I'm a healer? I mean, I literally cannot go faster than this. Oh, you also notice that I turned off the error sound when mashing a key. That's pretty good, huh? Okay, I think that'll actually work out. My God, dude. My God. Your precious girls. What the fuck? Are you alright, man? The citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Vothri is otherwise engaged. Let's get to the upper level while we can.
Lord Vothri! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance. For the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes, of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. once I finish my dinner.
Oh God, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Where did he go? What in the heavens?
Did Vorthri do that?
How will we get up there?
Wait! That is Mount Golg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now.
Mount Golg from the original Final Fantasy. Nice.
But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
I'll help too.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthri's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
Pretty baller. So is Vorthri just some guy that found like a dead Sin Eater and then just like put some hot sauce on it and then he just started eating more and more of it and then he became a Light Warden? I feel like that's the only way you maintain a normal or a somewhat normal form, I guess. Good news, Mangg. It would seem that Reen is indeed able to reverse the effects of Vorthri's influence. Even as we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn. The problem being, there's no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting, and would appreciate your help if you're willing. You can now attune with the Aetheryte. Oh, nice. Let's do it right now. Since I mentioned jugglers in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, I was curious. There are so many jobs from those games that they could put in here that they have not yet. You know, like Juggler, Time Mage, Gadgeteer, Fencer, Illusionist, Alchemist, Beastmaster, Bishop. That's just from Tactics Advance. I didn't even look at A2. Probably a bunch of others in there. Paraveer, Seer, Trickster, Cannoneer, Green Mage, Spellblade, Chocobo Knight. Plenty of them. Plenty of Viking. Geomancer, of course. I mean, there's just so much room for growth. All right, let's continue though. Paradise Fallen. So, here's some dream powder. We're administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate it if you could assist with this task. Now, those affected are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting your search at the derelicts and working your way up. When you're done, be sure to let Reen know. Why would I work my way up when I'm already at the top? God damn it! The Glory Gate. Of course, I can't mount even here, outside. Oh, if I had just gone to Night Soil Pots. Anybody here that needs some dream powder? Oh, Lord Vothri, you are my daily meal. Here you go. Okay. Oh, here we go. It hurts. Please, Lord Vothri, take away the pain. You're the kind soul who saved me from falling to my death. My mistress, she's been injured. Please help her, I beg you. Yeah. What is this? She's sleeping. A medicine to help her rest while she awaits treatment, you say? Oh, thank you so much. When she began acting strangely, I didn't know what to do. Yeah. Canopy, where is that? That's up top, right? Must stop trespassers sullying our paradise. Where did you fly to, my sweet canary? A lot of people here. My frame rate kind of tanks a little bit here. Oh, there you are, Mangg. I've just finished aiding this man. Now for the next one. More out in the derelicts and below, you say? So many of them. But Minfilia entrusted this power to me. I won't rest until I've helped everyone. I can bring the enthralled to you. Well, that would certainly make it easier for me to work. Thank you, Mangg. I'll do my best to keep pace.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this. Citizens of Yulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vorthri's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthri.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthri has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthri took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Mangg.
Well, it's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
No, that's not what It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
That was a nice group shot of all of us.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
All right. Everything's coming together. Here we have our first level 78 quest, which means we're sort of in the final road to the end of Shadowbringers, believe it or not. There's only like 20 quests left or something. The ladder is situated to the north and west of Right. Let us make our way there, Mangg. Got it. Sure would be nice to have some mount speed increase. The fat cat really wants to run. Mangg, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Ishtola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with ether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. In my thanks, Mangg. Directly to the south thou wilt find a dry dock, Venmont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. That sounds like a good job for a man like me. So damn slow. Oh there, sinner. Haven't seen you around before. New to Gate Town, I take it. If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favor in return. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber's lying about the yard, but most of it's kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithel for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. Okay. Taking stock for Irvith, are ya? Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted, though, so we tossed them out. Oh, Grithel. Another load's just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged. It's only good for kindling now. Right then. Bring the good ones here, and be sure to let Irvith know as well. So that was like 59 plus 11, so that's 70, I think? Or did he say 13, so maybe it's 71? Yeah, you're writing down those numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. So that's 82 by my count. And there should be another stack somewhere. Probably gonna be like... No. It wouldn't be... Well, it would be up here. $24. That's 106. Which also happens to match the number that the wiki page gives me, so I think we're golden. Done, are ya? How many planks did you count? 106. Ah, it's exactly what I counted. Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock fair puts me to sleep, but it has to be done. As promised, I'll give you your lumber. What do you need it for, anyway? I told you. You were serious about the ladder. I'll be damned. If that's the case, please let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. Well, it's a living. We all itch to do something greater. This fellow you say is in charge. You reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging in on his project? He'd welcome the help. Wonderful. I'll round up the lads and lasses and we'll head over to the ladder, along with all the lumber you need. Great. That's right, I paused on you fools without even saying it. Ah, thou art returned. Weren't thou able to procure the lumber? Well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not but that the work shall be complete ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward towards journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. Look at this dude's mount! Holy fuck! That is amazing. That's awesome. You from above. Ah, but prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. For the present, 'twould appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. Alright, I don't mind.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Yulemore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible? Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarot. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
Remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal, a complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exarch? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
I knew you could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. But solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett Selk. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else. That's the spirit. Come on, then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure, we ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears. No one but me remembers that day. Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Good old Ardbert. And here we finally are, at top round. The others should arrive ere long. Elfino, Mangg, come up here. There's something I need you to see. What could this be about? I don't know. The Grubu will guide us. He narrowly fits. There's a village, Mangg, over to the northeast. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I, but that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Mangg. Oh, I'll get him. Oh, I'll get him. Oh. I'm gonna look. Okay. Let's see what I can spy with my little eye. I don't see jack shit. What the fuck? Am I blind? Am I going blind? Oh, shit. I didn't realize you could look down here. Oh, I see him. I got you, motherfucker. You've located the mysterious person. However, it seems he has likewise spotted you and hurriedly turns back to the village. There's someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit, and I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited. God damn it. Okay, where do you want me to go? This village? But I want to go to the Aetheryte. Scree. Level 78 enemies here. Very nice. We are pretty close to max level. The goal of every MMO. I wonder if they're going to have the next expansion go to 90 and then the final expansion go to 99. I feel like that would be pretty appropriate. Rather than 100, I think 99 would be the perfect stopping point for a Final Fantasy game. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently, by your reckoning. You hear faint sounds from inside the building, however the door refuses to budge. Break it down. Cups are half empty or half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. What news, Mangg? Were you able to find anything of note? People are definitely still living here. Indeed. Well, there's no one to be seen. 'Tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? you're Tristal, the artist from Ylmore. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Ylmore. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the bright cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did, at any rate, until Mount Gold broke away from the earth. Then, just as suddenly, the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? Let me gesture wildly with my hands. Does that help? The Vothri is a sin-eater, and he's fled to Mount Gold. It is a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Vothri, we must find a way to reach Mount Gold. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Okay. I'm gonna try and get to this aetheryte if I can. And in the meantime, let me calculate some XP requirements here. Let's see here. So we have 8 more quests before we need to be 79 at 1.56 million. That is like 12 million XP. So there might be some like supplemental XP in there. We're cutting it pretty close. Pretty close. I mean, worst comes to worst, you know, we get right up to the point and then I need to just go do like a side quest or, you know, whatever. So I think we'll probably be okay. Then the question becomes, because I'm going to be like right at 79. Oh, this is like a dwarf village. With the dungeon and 8 quests besides. It's hard to say. I might be 80, but maybe I should do another roulette. I don't know. I guess there's time to ponder all this. Alright, for now, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Final Fantasy XIV. See you fine folks in the next part.